In the college football, we have the college football playoff starting this weekend. We 2 weeks ago we gave our initial bracket reactions, and now we'll get more into the individual games and what bets we like most. Starting off Friday night, we have the 8 and 9 game, Alabama rematch versus Oklahoma. This time going into Norman. Bama is favored by 1.5. Gavin, do you want to start
Not to
this
be a
one
jerk,
off?
that flipped.
It just
Oklahoma's the favorite
flipped.
by 1.5.
Okay.
Um,
I thought it would go closer to Oklahoma, but
like a pick 'em.
something.
Oh
It is
God,
what
this is probably the best game all of the first round of
it
playoffs.
is.
Um, yeah, not probably. It is the best game of the first round. Um, Oklahoma beat them earlier this year in Bama. Um, I do. This is going to be a good game, but I am. Oh God, uh, it's like fading Bama in the playoffs feels like a death sentence, dude. Um, they looked bad against Georgia. That game was ugly. That SEC championship game was ugly, and Oklahoma's been good. Given that, even though they don't score a lot, and that LSU game kind of wasn't great, I am going to take Oklahoma here to win this game in Norman. I think that place is going to be unbelievable. Um, and with that, I might I'm gonna Oklahoma money line's my pick. With that, I'm also looking at Bama's under team total 20.5. This game will not be high scoring. Um, I don't have the balls to take under 40.5, but I'm looking at Bama's 20.5 team total. It might end up going to 21 or it might end up going down to 19. So if you can grab it at 20, I would. Seven against Georgia. Last time they played Oklahoma in Bama, they only put up 21. So those are my two bets that I'm looking at this game.
Oh man, Danny, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna go Bama to get revenge on Oklahoma. I think they looked very sloppy in the last matchup against them, a little sloppier than like usual. The issue with Alabama is their rushing game right now. Like it is just pretty bad. I think they rushed for -3 yards versus Georgia. Like that's just brutal. But Bama, I think they're way better than what they put on the field against Oklahoma last time. And yeah, I'm gonna go Alabama.
Oh, man. think I think I'm gonna go with Oklahoma here, just based off of what happened the last time they played. I don't know. I think Ty Simpson. I think he's just gonna fold. I think he's gonna fold under the pressure. Give me John Mateer. He's gonna aura farm his way to a win.
Yeah,
Be Oklahoma.
I think it just comes down to defense for me specifically. I, Oklahoma's defense is just kind of it's unbelievable. And when they have gotten into a shootout like against Tennessee, that did win that game. Um, yeah, I'm looking for Oklahoma's defense to kind of stifle a struggling Alabama team. I think their defense is comparable to Georgia's, might be better than Georgia's. Comparable, not better. But I'm just relying on the defense here.
Next, we have Miami and Texas A&M. I'll kick this one off. I really think Miami is going to walk into Texas A&M and minimally cover the spread. I actually think they're going to win the game. Miami has looked phenomenal after losing to Louisville or SMU. Sorry, after losing to SMU, they've been blowing teams out. Granted, it's the ACC, but Texas A&M has not looked amazing. And Marcel Reed, he has had some turnover issues in his past few SEC games, and he's also a sophomore. So, and then he's going against Carson Beck, who we know what he has done. If they lost to Texas 27-17, I'm just not huge on Texas A&M. I think Miami's playing very good football, and they have one of the best guys leading the way in Carson Beck. So I think they win this game.
Yeah, I mean I'll go next. You look at Texas A&M schedule, you see one good win, and it was at Notre Dame very early in the season,
And
A
they
Notre
barely
Dame team
won.
that hadn't figured things out. I'm gonna be backing you here, Danny. I'm definitely gonna take Miami. They're giving you a whole field goal too. It's not even a push. So I like the plus 3.5 for Miami. I actually love it. Um, that's probably and then outside of that, I mean, I don't know if there's any. I mean, I'll look at the team totals. But I don't think this Texas they got lucky with their schedule this year. 100% lucked out. Um, yeah, Miami's team total only being at 22 and a half. If Texas is putting up 27, um, South Carolina put up 30. Um, even a hurt Missouri team put up 17. LSU put up 25. I think Miami 22 and a half is worth a look for sure.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be with you guys here. I'm going with Miami. I mean, Carson Beck, he's been here before. Carson Beck's a dog. Give me Miami to come in and win the game. They're not just going to cover; they're going to win the game. I agree with Danny. They're going to win the game.
Getting into our little worse games, I would say the two automatic bids. We have Ole Miss hosting Tulane after Lane Kiffin's departure. Gavin, I'm sure you have some very certain feelings about this one.
I do. I'm thinking I might go against what you think, but this Ole Miss team's going to come out playing inspired football. They lost their coach. They were dissing on him on Twitter. It seems like they're very happy about the hiring of their D coordinator. This game was played earlier this year at Ole Miss. The score was 45-10, Ole Miss. Tulane's not going to be able to score just flat out. Now that their D coordinator is their head coach, I don't think Tulane will score any points realistically. So I'm going to take Ole Miss to cover this spread. If I can, I'm thinking it's going to go to 16 and a half. No, it'll probably stay at 17 and a half. I think they win this game by 3 touchdowns. I think they win it by 21. I think Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss is going to be playing inspired, pissed off football. Their coach pretty just dipped. And I'm just looking at the team total again. I'm looking at Tulane's team total under 19 and a half. I might take a stab at that, but
What's Ole Miss team total?
Oh, geez. I think it's at like 36 and a half. 37 and a half, which I'm just not, that's a lot. I mean, they could win this game 28-0 and that'd be it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have too much to add here. This is like Ole Miss. I think, like Gavin said, they played each other earlier. It wasn't close. I don't expect this game to be close either. Ole Miss covers that, and I'll probably be on the Tulane team total under too with Gavin. What Gavin said. So yeah, those two are really for me.
Yeah, usually in a spot like this, I'd tend to go with Tulane, but I'm also going to go with Ole Miss. Tulane is playing very good football, though, but we see teams time and time again. They have something to play for, and it's a new coach. They lost their coach. They're pissed off. So, and at home, they won by, 35 last time, and is Tulane going to make up half of those points?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to say no. I think Ole Miss is going to cover, and they're going to do it pretty early. Then we have James Madison going into Oregon. I'm in between two bets right now, so I'll let someone else start.
This is a game where I don't know how to bet it because my heart screams James Madison. I want James Madison to beat Oregon. I think Oregon is just not as good a football team as their record says they are. I don't think the record's as good as they say they are. But on the other hand, James Madison has been underwhelming. They kind of came into the spotlight. It was like, holy shit, James Madison could make the playoffs. And when that happened, they went out there and beat Washington State by 4 points. And then in the Sun Belt Championship, when they were favored by like 24, they won by 17. And they're playing in Eugene. I think this is just I as much as I don't like Oregon, this is just gonna be ugly. I think it's just gonna be an ugly, ugly game for James Madison. They're gonna show why they're in the Sun Belt and Oregon's in the Big Ten. Um, my reasoning just comes down to that they played Washington State, who's in the Pac-12, the two-team Pac-12 or whatever it is.
Oregon State and Washington State.
Yeah, and beat them by 4 points at home. I think Oregon's gonna probably beat them by a fairly good margin. I don't know. They lost to Louisville by 2 touchdowns. Do I think Oregon's a touchdown better than Louisville? Probably. With that being said, I don't know if I'm actually going to bet this game because I can't get my heart to bet it. I don't know if I'm willing to actually fade James Madison just because I want to watch them and root for them. But so I'm going to say, with all that being said, I don't have an official bet or play in this game personally.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning the same way. Just from looking, I was even looking at the team total. JMU is 13. The team total is 13.5.
If you could give me that to 14.5, I might be alone. I want to root for James Madison. That's my problem.
But I also don't want to play a team total in the college football playoffs at 13.5 under. That just doesn't sound right. So Oregon wins the game. They cover 21. Probably. I want to say yes. Yeah, probably. Not probably. Yeah. I get. I'm not playing anything. Fuck that. Oregon wins. That's all.
You know what? Fuck that. I'm sorry. Before Danny talks, that's my play. I'm going to take James Madison's team total under 13.5. I know Logan's not willing to do it, but that's the only thing I know I can trust is Oregon's defense. I guess
if you're doing it, no. You know what? If you're doing it, I'll grab it too. So we're both.
Yeah, I mean, I think held Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's not a good team. Granted, Washington only scored 14 points on them. I guess I'll just trust the Oregon defense because I feel like that's the only thing I can trust.
Yep.
Yeah, my two bets, as I said before, I was gonna either take the under or Oregon spread because both defenses are good in this game. But I'm gonna end up going with Oregon minus 21. Last year, we saw how much the home environment impacts the first round of playoff games. I believe all the home teams covered last year. And Oregon, I feel like they still have something to prove. Their defense has looked great, and their offense has looked pretty solid. I mean, Washington, they won by 12, which is it's not that put James Madison in that spot. Do they win by 21? I think so. I think Oregon is just a lot better than James Madison.
I think that's what it boils down to. And it sucks because I want to root for James Madison, but I don't really see a world in where they're going to have to change the playoff structure thing again because I think this game especially, and then the Tulane game, I think it's just going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.